Hi,
Hi,
everybody.
welcome.
Welcome back to Casual Conversation with GNA. I'm Gloria,
I'm Eileen.
and we are here. Sorry if you guys hear like kids in the background. My sister's here with her kids, and they like to scream.
Yeah,
My kids too, though. Both of our kids scream. But,
yeah.
anyways, thank you everybody for joining. And today I thought we'd talk about Art Bell. Art Bell was a awesome radio host. I started listening to him, I think right after high school. I didn't even know about Art Bell. But once I did, I was hooked. He was awesome. His topics were great. The things that he would talk about was just right up my alley. I loved to hear all about it, especially like late at night, right? I would
Yeah.
always be driving around and Eileen would be with me and she would be coming along the ride and we would be listening to Art Bell. Sometimes it would get a little creepy
Mhm.
um, because his voice was just so
It
deep.
was.
And but yeah, he had like his death anniversary um this week. So I thought we'd talk about it and talk about him and what he did for the radio community as well as the paranormal community and everybody that you know listened to him and what we just kind of wanted to pay like a little tribute
Yeah.
for him. So without further ado, Eileen, go
Yeah,
ahead.
we're going to get into a little bit of bio, some history. So Arthur William Bell III was born in North Carolina on June 17, 1945. At age 13, he became a licensed amateur radio operator. So just think about that. From a young age, he was already in the radio.
At 13.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't say hi to everybody. Let me say hi to everybody really quick.
Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Red. Hi, Lakea.
Hi.
Thank you guys for coming. Big Cool, how are you? John Hinojosa, hi. Let's see. And Dulce Favelina. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Thanks for joining. Okay, so at the age of 13, he was already like in the radio scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so Art Bell served in the U.S. Air Force as a medic during the Vietnam War, and in his free time operated a pirate radio station at Amarillo Air Force Base after leaving his military service. So, I mean, big deal. He was a military man. Um, Let me see. After leaving his military service, he remained in Asia. He lived on the Japanese island of Okinawa. He worked as a disc jockey for JSBK English language station in Japan. He raised money to rescue 130 Vietnamese orphans stranded in Saigon. Bell returned to the US and studied engineering at the University of Maryland. He returned to the radio as a board operator and chief engineer and had the opportunity to be on air a few times. After working in television in 1986, KDWN in Las Vegas, New York offered Bell a 5-hour time slot in the middle of the night. Syndication of his program to other stations began in 1993.
Yeah,
So
so he
that's really where it began for him, right? In Las Vegas.
yes, and he's been around, like he was around for a long time, which was pretty like I didn't know that he was live doing these shows, but then of course he started with the
When he was a child, or what do
no,
you
no,
mean?
when he started his radio show, it started off as a what is it? Politician I guess show is what it was. So I mean not a lot of people are interested in that. So it's kind of I mean, maybe
Yeah,
maybe I
maybe
just feel like
there's
it gets when it comes to politics, it gets a little
yeah, but there's a I feel like there's an audience for, like, all types of right?
Yeah.
Like podcasts
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things
I
like
mean,
that.
not for me though, because like I feel like it's just it gets too much and then I start to get kind of nervous and scared. So anyways, like with all the laws and everything. But hi Julie. Hi Moo.
Hi.
Welcome to our chat. Yes.
Hi.
Hello,
Hit the
everyone.
I'm sorry, my sister's being like, I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah,
she's in the back hiding.
She's wanting to be a part of it.
She needs to go take care of her kids because we can hear them screaming. You want to say
Yeah.
hi?
Yeah.
She wants to say hi to everybody.
Yeah, so this is
Hi, guys.
That's the oldest.
Here she is.
Do I look like everybody else here? Let me see.
She's Dulce Fabulina in the chat, so you guys can say hi.
Yeah.
In the
She just
chat.
she just wants to like
Be in the middle of the
Yeah,
conversation.
she loves attention. So
Aw, I appreciate that.
oh, thank you.
I think our belt would love us.
Hi, Big Hole. How are you doing?
That's her kid in the background if you guys can hear.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's her
have
son.
toddlers. One toddler. Who else
Thank
is it?
you.
Who's pretty?
Everybody's pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Hi. Who's it?
If you guys are wondering what's going
Hi,
on,
Julie.
what's going on with our background, this is basically
Yeah, we apologize. That
Technical
happens.
difficulties.
no, it's just the sun. It does that to the green background.
Yeah, it does that to our little green screen we got going.
Hello, Paranormal Highway.
It was nice seeing you guys. Bye.
Red Raider. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's cool. We know her. Everybody here is cool, so
Okay,
Yeah.
bye, you guys.
all right. She just wanted to interrupt us here real
Yes,
quick.
I did.
Yeah. All right, looks.
Because I like attention.
I'll have to have you join us sometime on
Yeah.
our podcast.
I think I have several videos with you guys.
Yeah, but she's our oldest sister. I'm the middle child, and she's the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, just in case if
the
you guys wanna-
spoiled one.
Yeah, she's the spoiled one, exactly.
Okay. So, we
Oh.
stopped at Art Bell.
Where he began at the KDWN, right, in Vegas.
Yeah, and it was a politician show. So, and I think the way that it went was he initially started that way, right? With like night. I don't know if he was doing night per se when he was talking about politicians, but then
yeah,
he had the idea of changing it into like a paranormal or more of like a conspiracy
yeah,
type of show. And so
which is a great idea because he had that 5-hour time slot at
Mhm.
night, and then just getting into those type of topics at night is the best time to get into those topics.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it was good. It was a good timing. So during his time in the show, he hosted a variety of guests, right?
Yes, like about everything. So there was a span of different UFO
Mhm.
paranormal people. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of his shows because he had an amazing like panel of people that would show up and he would interview and they had and that's I want to say with Art Bell, that was one of the things that kind of opened my mind. Like his show opened my mind to different
Yeah.
things because you don't really know. Growing up, I wasn't really told a lot about UFOs or like the paranormal side of things, ghosts, aliens, like cryptids, right?
Mm-hmm.
He even did some health like talk there. So I started to get into all of that after he listening to him, which I'm very grateful for because if it wasn't for a show like that, then I wouldn't be making like my I feel like it kind of some life decisions and then also like leading to this type of genre for me. So I'm very grateful for that. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here talking about this with all you amazing people.
Yeah. Yeah. So in August 2006, Art was inducted.
Sorry.
Inducted into the Nevada Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame. On March 10, 2007, Bell was honored with the News/Talk Radio Lifetime Achievement Award from the trade publication Radio and Records in Los Angeles. Bell was inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame in 2008. So, obviously a big deal and made many great achievements, right, in the radio community.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
Yeah. And, because he was one of the founders of Coast to Coast, right? So I think there was a main man, like the
Mhm.
owner of the station, and then him. And I just thought, like, what a great way to expand, like, to have a radio show where you can talk about anything. But it's just amazing how big it got, right? And
Yeah.
how popular and how many people were tuning in every night to hear these
Yeah.
stories. And one of the amazing things about the show was that he would do unscreened callers, so you never knew who would call, right? So it could be
So
anybody.
pretty anonymous.
And he had this way of interviewing people and asking
Yeah.
questions that no other host that I know has had. And I thought it was so,
Admirable, I would say. Yeah. And he just had a way about him. It was definitely for him.
dude. And it was to the point where, like, people would call and say, like, the craziest things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you would believe it because of the way he would talk to them, the way he seemed like, like it was real, like, you know?
I hope we get into that conversation that he had, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I hope we get to do that one. Just talk a little bit about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just
Oh, he said, I'm going to do another young gun show on Wednesday and would love to have you both. Oh, that's cool. Just let us know. We're always open.
We forgot to say hi to Wig.
Oh,
Hi,
Wig.
Wig.
I didn't say hi to Wig. Hi, Wig.
Yeah, it was more earlier.
Yeah. Big Cole, we need more people like you in the world. Very kind and helpful. And,
yeah,
yeah, we appreciate everybody in Primal. Hi.
Okay, so on January 5th, 2006, Ramona Bell, his wife of 15 years, passed away at the age of 47 of what appeared to be an acute asthma attack in Laughlin, Nevada, while on vacation, COPD.
She had like COPD, I think.
Wow.
And I remember when he talked about it in his show, it was so sad. I was like, dude, I was crying because he kind of like explained how she was his soulmate. And he like he just woke up. I guess he was asleep, and because they were in a little motorhome, and they were traveling. And so he said that he woke up and he found her sitting in like the little living space, and she was like gone. Wow. And so that's just so sad I can't even think about that. Like, and so it kind of, he talked about it on his show, and it was just so sad. And it kind of made you part of his life. Like, people felt like they knew him, like he was a friend, and he would always share everything. So yeah, like, I just wanted to share that. So
yeah, like you mentioned, during his January 22nd broadcast, Art Bell described with great detail the events surrounding his wife's death. Art continued to host Coast to Coast on weekends. By the end of January, Art began hinting about making a significant life decision, but wanted to keep it a secret. In April 15, 2006, he revealed that after several weeks of mourning, he had gone to the Philippines and remarried.
You know what? I just realized.
Erin Rees, I believe that was her name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just realized you skipped a page.
I did?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I was writing this last night, you guys. And it happened so quick. Hold on. Because I had wrote one and this one was two.
Oh, no.
But okay, back to, I'll talk about it, but back to his new wife, right? He found love again. I mean, he was married, I think.
15 years. I mean,
Yeah, but I think he was married prior. I think like 4 times.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, and he had
okay.
kids too. So I mean, I don't know. He found love again, and this woman that he married, I guess they lived in the Philippines for a while, and then they moved back to the States, and they had a child. I think they had 2 children. But you know, I mean, when you lose like someone you love, like it's
Yeah.
like how do you move
Yeah,
on, you
I
know?
know. Yeah, that's
I
difficult.
wanted to go to the Philippines and pick a what?
And pick out a wife.
but inflation is really affecting. Oh my gosh. Hey, Vault.
Hi, Vault.
I saw you earlier today. Everybody was having a blast out there in the farm.
Oh, look at the comment.
I've been married to the same person for 25 years.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Well, I would love to be married forever. I love my hubby. I'm like, I don't know what I would do without him. He's awesome. Yeah, but so they married, right? They had a child. They had 2 children. And on May 29th of 2018, Bell sold the KNYE, which is, I think that one. Hi, Gordon. I think that was the Kingdom of Nye, I think. And he sold that to Karen Jackson, and he was occasionally on the Coast to Coast show. So we skipped a page, which I'm going to talk about because Eileen, like I said, I wrote it too quick, and sorry guys, I should maybe get a laptop and start like typing stuff. But I'm old school like that. I like my pen and paper. Okay, so we talked about his.
Did you read that
No,
question?
he scored a wife.
He scored a new wife a few weeks after his soulmate's death. Did I hear it that correctly?
I know, you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of early, right?
It
It's too
is.
soon, but I don't know. I feel like people grieve in different ways.
And
And
for sure.
I don't know, maybe like he saw her and she reminded him of his wife. I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah. Hi, Daniel. Okay. So his
Aw.
program,
Hey, that really is how
What?
it works.
the key is to let your wife know she is right when you know she is wrong. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I love about my hubby. He's always like, you win. Yeah. And then sometimes I start to get like frustrated because he's saying I win, you know? And I'm like, well, okay. Like, I don't know what to say to that. He's like, you know what? Yeah, you're so right. Like, you win. You win. I'm not even going to go there.
The happy wife, happy life. Yeah.
Hey, Frankie. Maybe he was just afraid to be alone. Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
some
probability.
people
Yeah.
some people just grieve differently. And I mean, I can't judge, you know? That's just how, I mean, it is kind of soon. Like, I
It
know,
is kind of
but
soon.
I don't know. Okay, so his KWN, I can't even read my
Yeah.
writing, you guys.
Yeah, KDWN. Yeah.
Program consisted of political call-in show under the name West Coast AM. In 1988, Bell and Alan Colberth renamed the show Coast to Coast AM and moved its broadcast from the Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas to his home in Pahrump, Nevada. And Bell offered to change the show and talk about conspiracy theories, the paranormal, and the occult, which then, which that made it bump up in ratings. Which I totally get it. Like, people love to hear this stuff. I mean, I love to hear it all the time, every day at night. During this time, Bell met and married his wife Ramona, which that was the one we skipped, which I apologize, you guys. And in February 23, 1997, the Washington Post said Bell was America's highest rated late night radio talk show host, broadcasting on 328 stations and peaked to more than 500 radio stations and claimed 15 million listeners nightly. See, that's a lot of listeners. So it was like
Yeah.
a big show.
Yeah.
Art Bell noted that his show was absolute entertainment and he offered a forum where callers will not be openly ridiculed. His show was one of only a few that did not screen incoming calls, and this changed in 2006 of October 31st, which he used to host Ghost to Ghost AM on
Mhm.
Halloween every year.
Ooh.
And I loved listening to the Ghost to Ghost AM because they talked about all like ghosts and scary stuff and like especially Halloween night, you're listening to it, like getting creeped out.
Yeah.
And he said that the reason why they started screening callers um was due to the costs of, I guess, the lines. I don't know, like they would have to people
Okay.
would call in and it was costly. So, yeah. Okay, back to
So yeah, when he remarried,
when,
right?
yeah. So he eventually ended up selling, right? Like that's what we talked about, the Kingdom of Nye. And he would occasionally host the Coast to Coast AM. He did do some Ghost to Ghost still, and he
Mhm.
would also do some um like just fill-ins, I guess. And I remember when we started listening to him, I remember he was on every night. I remember that. And then it just started like to change sporadically. Like he was mostly sometime like every, I think once a month or once or twice a month that he would host. But yeah. And then as of December 2010, Bell no longer hosted Coast to Coast AM. George Norrie and Ian Punnett were the main hosts of the show. Ian stated that he was honored to pick up the fallen mantle. And Coast to Coast, Lisa Lyons stated that Art chose to retire but was always welcome to return, which I think he retired a few times here and there. Um, I think there was just some personal things going on with him at those times where he would leave and then come back, and it's totally understandable,
Yeah.
when you have family issues and you're trying to you know take care of that, and you have a show,
Yeah.
and it's a lot. But let me see, I think there was some comment. Hey, the I Believe podcast.
Hi.
Or always think she does, or do I think I do, lol. Hey, Vault. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, look.
I would just get another dog. Nobody could replace my wife. Oh,
Mm.
yeah, that's crazy. I know, and a lot of people in the chat in the past, like I know, lost their spouses, and they talk about it sometimes on chat, and like I just get like so like I don't know how you move on, Joining a book club? Oh no. Huh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, George Norrie is really, really great also with
Yeah.
with Coast to Coast because he took over. And so I really enjoyed listening to him. I
Mhm.
mean, after Art Bell left, it was kind of it I think it kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and so it wasn't as I don't know if this is the correct word, but it wasn't as dark as it was before, to where like it was more focused on
Yeah.
paranormal and time travel and like things like that. So it was kind of like, but I still love his show. I still listen to it with George Norrie. Like he's awesome. And like I still listen to it. Of course, I go on YouTube a lot and I listen to a lot of shows on YouTube. So um that kind of takes up some of the time because I kind of like the live shows and interacting with the chats. So, but on July 29th of 2013, Bell announced a return to the airwaves. The launch was set for September 16 of 2013. Art Bell's Dark Matter was broadcasted on Sirius XM satellite radio On November 4th, 2013, Bell left Dark Matter. And on July 20th, 2015, Bell returned with his own show, Midnight in the Desert. The show aired on the internet Dark Matter Digital Network and on 45 stations. On December 11th, 2015, Bell announced that he had permanently stepped down as host of the Midnight in the Desert. And it was due to family concerns as well and his family's safety, which I understand. And the show continued with a new host, Heather Wade, and shortly after Art's death, Dave Schrader became host and Bell made the occasional guest host appearance, which Dave Schrader is another amazing radio host. Like his voice also, like he has an amazing voice, an amazing point of view, like just the way that he interviews people as well. Like he's awesome. So I love listening to him as well. What? I was driving through it's hard to say it. Pahrump, Nevada, and I saw this average size rancher with huge towers on the property. Later, I found out. Yeah, like I've seen his like the way where he lived, like it was in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, like he had like huge antennas, and then he had like his little station in the back. Yeah, I still listen to Art Bell. I would listen to it at work. I would just play it all day and just be like listening to different shows, especially like the EVP ones. Those would freak me out, you guys. Oh, Julie, I appreciate you. I listen to 4 different 24/7 Art Bells. Yeah, I know. You can never get enough of Art Bell. Trust me, like I still would look for shows like that I haven't heard of or heard. Okay, so Art Bell died April 13th of 2018 at the age of 72 at his home in Pahrump, Nevada. An autopsy was scheduled for the following days to determine the cause. He had suffered from heart problems in the previous years and was diagnosed with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which is COPD. On August 1st of 2018, the autopsy revealed he had died of an accidental overdose from prescription medications. George Norrie announced Bell's death on air while struggling to keep his composure. And I remember, you guys, I was listening to Coast that night when George said, there's some news that came in and I need to verify it before I tell you guys. And so I kind of knew, like, dude, something's happening. I remember what I was doing. I was in my kitchen. I was like late at night cooking. And I remember him saying that. And I was like, oh my God, something happened. Like, what's going on? And so I just waited. And then he said, yeah, we have news that Art Bell has passed. And you can tell he just broke down, like it was really difficult. And even me, dude, I was like, ugh, what do you mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
It was just such a great loss, for a lot of people, especially people that would listen to him every night, or listen to him for a long time. And so it was like somebody you knew personally that passed away. And so to me, it hurt me. It hurt my feelings. I was like, yeah. I was a guest on Heather Wade's show.
That's
Ooh,
cool.
I know Dark Waters was on there too a few times. I would listen to it when he would go on there. Yeah. What is it? George is the only guy on social media or radio station or TV station that talks about solar flares and other power grids. Yes, he is. I feel like he's very passionate about the power grid. And that's when I started listening to, well, of course, George Norrie talk about that. I was like, what? Like our power grid? Like it would I'm telling you, you learn a lot of things there. So yeah.
But I mean, just getting into like Art Bell, like what I remember was the KDWN, and
then like what is it, that Remember there was when he would talk when his show would come on,
Mhm.
they would be like thunder. You remember that?
And yeah, he was cool. I remember that one episode where the time traveler called, right?
Yes. So that's another thing. His variety of calls that he had.
Yeah.
So some of them, some of my favorites, right, were the frantic caller from Area 51. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah.
I was gonna play a little bit of it. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I'm gonna do it. Like we'll see. The guy that was flying over Area 51, and he was with him live on the
Uh-huh.
phone. That was crazy. The time traveler one, when he would open the lines for time
Yeah.
travelers only, like that was awesome, dude. Like I would just and the ghost to ghost, the EVP ones, and the Malachi Martin, which he was an exorcist
Wow.
priest that he would come on and talk about some of his exorcisms. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember the time traveler one. Like that one was, fairly interesting.
We were
and-
listening to one from 1995,
Yeah.
the time traveler, like I don't know, not too long ago, and we were like, dude, like some of the stuff he said did
Oh,
happen,
yeah,
and so it was
yeah.
kind of like a trip, like.
Wait, so
was
then
like-
I'm mentioning no, never mind. I'm talking about the frantic caller.
Well, okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna play a little bit on my phone. I don't know,
But like regarding
so you
how
guys can hear his amazing voice.
regarding how Gloria was saying that he just had a way about him, he really did. He was always asking the right questions, right?
Yeah,
He would be like, "Okay, you're gonna tell me something important. Say it quick," Like it was always like, "Let's get to the juicy part of things."
okay, you can hear his voice.
You all good evening or good morning, as the case may be.
Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Many prolific time zones. From the Hawaiian and Tahitian Island chains in the west, eastward, across flyover country to the Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, Caribbean, where Montserrat continues to smoke and choke, into South America, north, and now,
His voice, right? It's just
Yeah.
whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really, really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them. And there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
His line cuts off.
Discharge.
Oh no.
in a
never
little
mind.
bit.
I started getting.
Yeah, so it cuts out, and like I mean, this call,
I know.
like it was crazy. I was like,
Well, this was certainly interesting. We are now on a backup system, everybody. A backup system. And that one caller that I had on the air, I guess we were about in the middle of his transmission, his telephone call, which was one of the strangest ones I've ever had. And the entire transmitting system by satellite went down here, and we were notified we were off the air. And it would appear to be from this end. and some sort of massive transmit failure. So we are now using a backup system to be on the air. And not that
Wow.
I would
That's
normally do
crazy.
this kind of thing, mind you, but I can't help but wonder if somebody.
Yeah, so that was the frantic caller one. And there was like a lot of things, people saying that it wasn't real, that it was orchestrated, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't care, dude. It was cool.
It was
I
cool.
I was very like intrigued by it, right? And I don't know. I mean, people, you never know. Like, what if it was true?
Yeah.
And then the weird part about it was that his show went off air, right? When that was
Yeah.
happening. And so it's kind of like, was he
Sketchy.
lying? Like what? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of sketchy for sure.
yeah. And so that was one of my favorite calls. I wanted to share the one with the airplane one, but I need to find it first, you guys, because I don't know how to do this on my computer.
There were some questions, I think, or like some comments.
Oh, there it goes.
Vegas, ready to fly into Area 51. He's been trying to call you by cell phone. And here he is. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello there. Is this Art Bell?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah, my name, I won't give you my last name.
Okay, wait a minute, sir. Hold on. The fax is signed by somebody named who?
Jill.
Jill. That is correct. So you are the one.
That's my girlfriend.
Yes, sir. Where are you?
Well, I'm up here from Fort Worth in my little airplane. It's a long sea I built myself. It's a Vergru 10 design with the Ford Canard. I'm not sure if you know the kind. It's an experimental aircraft.
You know, I'm not.
Like that, but not anymore.
No, tell me about it. What kind of airplane is it?
Well, it's a long easy. It's got 120 horsepower like homing in it, but we had it bored and stroked and fixed it up a little bit. It usually flies around 140 to 160 indicated airspeed. I'm right now at 7,000 feet. You know where this place called Indian Springs is?
Indian Springs, yes.
Yeah. Well, I've been flying now for about 45, 49 minutes here between Beatty, is that what you call it, and Indian Springs. And I figure I'll just go on up here and try to get into this Area 51. I'm right south of this Nevada test site, or Nellis Air Force Base.
Listen,
And I'm right outside this restricted zone.
listen to me. When you fly into that zone,
Yeah.
they are going to either force you down or shoot you down. Don't you know that?
Well, you know, I've been in a lot of Air Force bases, and I've been in the Air Force for many years. I'm an ex-Air Force, but I'm just going to tell you that, you know, as American citizens, we have the right to know what's up there in this Area 51. I've been listening to you boys talk about this. Hold on here, I'm making a turn. And, there's a distance. It's got 3 runways. It looks like they're all lit up. And A-shaped. It's like north-south. Got a lot of desert up here, don't you, boys?
A lot of desert, yes.
A lot of desert.
You're liable to get yourself killed.
I'm sorry, sir, you have to speak so loud. I drank this engine all the way up here.
I said you're liable to get yourself killed.
Well, we'll get up there in a few minutes, yeah, and we're just going to see what's going to happen, because this is I've got Red Cross is painted on this baby, and I got hospital on it, see? And maybe they're going to think that I'm on some kind of a mercy flight, and I'm just off work. And I've got the radios cut off, so you can have radio failure, don't you know? And so I'm going to hold this thing steady here, about around 65, 6,800 feet.
Why are you doing this? Why are you
I'm
doing
going to get to the bottom of this. I'm American. My family has been American for years, and I want to get down in here and I want to find out what's happening.
All right, then why are you doing it at night?
Because that's the best way to get in here.
But even if you manage to overfly the area, what
I'm
do
in
you?
the restricted zone. I just entered the restricted zone. I see a bunch of lights out there. Looks like some kind of a searchlight coming on.
You're in the restricted zone now.
I just crossed that restricted zone. I'm going to drop this thing down.
I'm telling you, you're going to get shot down.
Hold on here now. I got my pressure suit on. I don't really need one of this kind of aircraft. It's not like a jet, but it helps to, when I make some tight turns here. And I'm going to cut down here.
Listen, I think you're making a mistake.
Well, sir, I might be, but, our tax dollars pay for all this. And these boys, they've been hiding everything under all this black project and all this great funding and all this kind of thing.
Don't you think,
man,
sir, hold it. Don't you think that we have a right to national security secrets? You're making a bad calculation because if they're not listening, you're going to be
You
shot
can
down.
hear.
I don't know what he's going to do here. He's rocking his wings at me right now. He's rocking his wings and he's cutting in front of me. And you know this, oh, don't cut in front of me now, because if he cuts that car, stay off. Stay off. He can hear the vortex from his engine, from Pratt and Whitney engine. We're going to, just like twin tornadoes, if he gets too close, stay off, bro. Hold on there. I'm getting down on the deck. I'm going in. I'm getting down there. He ain't going to get me. I'm that damn veteran. He ain't going to get me there. They didn't get me over there. They're not going to get me over there now. Looks like some kind of rail gun coming up out of that elevator, that flat area over there that the doors opened up. It's got some kind of a weird-looking barrel on it with a light. And, oh, hell, they're doing something. They're shooting at me now. Oh, God. So, baby, I'm going in. I think I'm going in.
Well, I'm not sure what we just heard. All I can tell you is I got a fax that read, Art, answer the wildcard line. My boyfriend is in a small plane north of Las Vegas and ready to fly into Area 51. He's been trying to call you by cell phone.
Yeah. So those are two of the calls that he received. And I don't know, you guys, that one with the guy flying on into Area 51, that sounded pretty real to me
Mm-hmm.
and pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, I really love his show. I loved him as a host, and I'm very thankful for what he left behind, the legacy. And I'm sure, you know, I feel like there's not going to be anybody else
Yeah.
like him, but you know, he did open up a trail for us, for
Mhm.
everybody that's into this, you know,
Yeah,
genre or
absolutely.
into this that love this type of stuff. And so I'm appreciative of that. And it's sad how it, you know, that he passed and everything. And if he only was here to see what's going on with this UFO disclosure situation, he
Yeah.
would have been
Mhm.
so happy. But yeah, I mean, that's all we have for you guys today.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to share those calls and see what you guys thought about it, if you've heard it. If not, yeah, you know, there you go. Hit that like button, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. But yeah, we're gonna close it down here pretty soon because Eileen has to go.
Yeah.
They're waiting for her.
Yeah, but thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you for being here, being supportive. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. We appreciate everybody. And I think I don't know if Vault is going to be going on live today. Sean will be going live. Sean Graham and Chasing the Truth with Sean G. He's going to be going live today in his channel, so you guys can head on over there. I think he starts here at 6, I think, our time. So you guys can go over there and check him out. And then I don't know if the Vault of Nightmares is going to be going live today, but if he is, you guys can head on over there as well. I know, Chase, you were over there. We're jealous. We wish we could be over there too, doing some investigation of our own. But yeah, see you guys later, and we appreciate and like and subscribe if you're not. And we really enjoy having everybody in the chat, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.